We had talked about this over the years as the kids learned about reconciliation, and a lot of the talk is that you need both sides that want to reconcile, so whether that's the Canadian government and the survivors or communities. And we just kind of switched it to the way forward, so we could maybe look at we're not at the table for reconciliation with these youth, but they are advancing the calls to action through these projects, so they are moving things forward. We're at Ucluelet Secondary School, and we have an exhibit that is a youth-focused project that focuses on the way forward, so as opposed to reconciliation. Get them to think about how we could move forward either these calls to action as a community, as a class, a school, or at the individual level. Because this is something that affects a great portion of all of our communities to this day. Not only are the survivors still here, people that went to residential schools that are still affected by the trauma that they lived through, some of them for a decade. And we're trying to foster this next generation of Canadians to grow up to be empathetic and understanding of what happened, as well as how it affects our co-workers, our friends, our families, and our communities as a whole. So having that teaching at such a young age, as they grow up to be adults and go into the workforce, they bring this understanding and empathy already with them. We take a 3-avenue approach: truth, honor, and the way forward. So a class will choose kind of a path that they'll go down. So our art class focuses on honor and orange shirts, so they create their own orange shirts with personal meaning, and they design and screen print shirts. We have other classes that focus on the truth, so they do the research into specific residential schools or topics. And then we have other classes that look at how do we work together to move forward. We expanded this year into foods to look at the food that was served at residential schools, the effects of malnutrition and the experiments that happened in residential schools. And then our anatomy class looked at the effects of trauma and ways of healing. So we took it into sciences as well. Seen some really great work from students, and some definitely enthusiasm and some empathy, and kids learning and said that they had never heard of this before, as well as some just stepping up and volunteering to do other things and to go up and above the classroom. So that's our 3rd year, and it's getting bigger each year. The first year I started with 3 classes, so now I think we're in 9 classes, which is over half, definitely half the school population is in there.